Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I know I don't look all that old to everybody, but I remember when gas was under $1 a gallon here in the United States. And I remember freaking out when it went up to $1.50. And yeah. Now it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $74-ish, give or take. A gallon. I mean, not to fill up a full tank of gas. I mean, it costs a heck of a lot more than $74. You couldn't get very far on $74 these days, can you? I guess we'll have to go to war with another country. Anyway, got a top 5 list for fuel-saving tips as submitted by a community member out there on YouTube and at live.pirillo.com. His handle is Hyperdrive. It's a good handle. Hey Chris, it's Caleb again. After sending the Ubuntu tips, I thought I'd go with another good top 5 list and figure you might want to read it. Well, I do, because I have gas. I mean, I have to get gas. Actually, I got to fill up tomorrow. In today's day and age, gas prices are going through the roof. Moonroof, maybe. And people are always looking for a new way to improve their fuel economy and save money at the pump. I personally drive a 1994 Ford F-150 that gets 6 miles per gallon. So this does not pertain to me so much as it might to people who drive cars. Tip number 1, drive at the speed limit. Not only are speed limits designed to save lives and keep people from driving recklessly, but are factored into saving gas mileage. Driving at 55 miles per hour instead of 70 on the freeway can save a lot of gas. The faster you go, the higher your engine's RPMs will raise, causing the engine to work harder. The harder the engine has to work, the less gas mileage you will see. Tip number 2, remove any and all unnecessary items from the trunk or interior of your car. That golf bag in the trunk, while it may be convenient just to leave it there, is adding extra weight to your car. The heavier your car is, the more the engine must work to drive it, resulting in less gas mileage. Also, make sure nothing is changing the car's aerodynamic design, such as empty crate boxes strapped to the roof. Tip number 3, roll up your windows on the highway. Sure, you may think that turning on your AC while driving down the highway will lower your fuel economy, but the drop in aerodynamics due to your windows being rolled down is far greater. When your windows are down, air passing over the sides of the car flows into the passenger compartment and produces drag, thus lowering your gas mileage. Tip number 4, leave unneeded people at home. It may be nice to have a companion riding along with you, but this person is nothing more than a 160-pound object added to your car's weight. The more people you travel with in your car, the heavier it becomes, once again, lowering your fuel mileage. So, either have less friends, or stop eating the potato chips, fatty. Tip number 5, that was my addition, I was just trying to be funny, sorry. Tip number 5, last but not least, do not stop and go quickly at stoplights. A smooth acceleration is key to maintaining your gas mileage. Do not jerk between lanes to pass people. Passing causes your car to downshift into overdrive, effectively dumping a large amount of fuel into the motor for an instant boost in power. Doing this can often produce dramatic loss in fuel economy in a short amount of time, not to mention really upset the other person. Having a vehicle that gets 6 miles per gallon, I have learned to ease on the accelerator when leaving stop signs or lights. When done right, you can see a fluctuation of 1 to 2 miles per gallon. Bonus tip! Having your car serviced on a regular basis, changing your oil when the manufacturer recommends, and having your fuel injectors cleaned at a tune-up can add to your gas mileage in the long run. Clogged or damaged fuel injectors or a fuel-injected car can lower your horsepower as well as your fuel economy. I always feel that my truck runs better after a fresh oil change and notice a significant increase in gas mileage after my last tune-up. Thanks for reading this, Chris. I hope this helps you and some of your views out there to save a few bucks next time they are at the pump. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I filled up a tank of gas seriously for less than 50 bucks. Wow. It's expensive. And the hybrids, I don't think are any better. I think the only thing that's ever going to save us is a car that runs on water, truly recyclable, or a car that runs on, well, electricity would be helpful. Not going to happen for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. And Segways just probably aren't going to cut it. Anyway, if you have any other tips for us automobile owners, whether it's saving gas, saving money, maintenance, etc., it doesn't matter. Maybe you've got travel tips. Maybe you've got dealing with auto mechanic tips. Maybe it's something else that's not related to automobiles. We're usually talking tech around here, so maybe you got a tech list. Maybe it's not a tech list. You never know. And I never know. But the only way I'm going to know what you know is if you tell me what you know by emailing me, chris@pirillo.com. Feel free to send me your top 5 tip lists of any kind. Take anything you've got, as long as it's interesting and useful to the general population, or at least those who typically tune into our broadcasts. I'd be happy to share it with the rest of the world. If you want, you can stop by the chat room, too. You see them right there? I'm getting caught up in reading what they're talking about. Sorry. Oh yeah, they're telling you where to go right now. You're reading what they're saying, right? I know a lot of people watch the videos that I do twice, because once to listen to me and the other time's to listen to the chat room. Sometimes they even mute me and listen to the chat room. That's fine too. I don't care. Either way, you're watching the video. And if you want to interact with us live, we're streaming live video 24 hours a day. People are saying we're typically talking tech. That is true. Totally true. For a little more alliteration there. Typically saying typically too. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Enough. Just stop by. We're here. We're talking. We're talking about you behind your back. So you might as well stop by and see what we're saying about you. It's good. It's all good. We don't bite. But we're live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doing this live video thing with you. Hopefully at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.